I kind of want to piggyback a little bit off of the Ring of Honor talk. I had a couple of reservations throughout the year, Tony Khan. I will not lie to you because the Ring of Honor World Champion was not my favorite champion, and I'm just going to keep it real. Do you think the Chris Jericho as Ring of Honor World Champion experiment was a success? Did you get to the point that you felt that when you started this journey, that Chris Jericho was the right one to move forward as the Ring of Honor champion?
Yes, I think it's a success. I think it lives with the show today. Every time you see somebody do the count, and what do they count? They go 5, 6, 7, ocho, 9. And because people really, really dug the Ocho. And it did great ratings for us multiple times. You know, Claudio and Chris kicked off Grand Slam, and that was the first of the Ocho reign. Chris had 8 matches in that. He won the Ring of Honor World title from Claudio, and Claudio won it back in the 8th match of Chris's 8th world title reign. It was very cool. It was something that was planned.
Didn't even think about that.
And in that Ocho, in between Claudio and Claudio, you had all these. Claudio, of course, a great Ring of Honor champion himself. You had all these great Ring of Honor champions, people that had held different titles in Ring of Honor, and great challengers. And some great matches along the way. Some that led to a new signing like Bandito. I think Ishii was not only a classic match, in my opinion, a 5-star match and one of the best main events in the history of AEW. Also, it was a big rating success for us, Chris versus Ishii. And then, of course, Chris versus Bryan in Toronto, a huge success for us. And, you know, really, throughout these defenses against all these great Ring of Honor champions from history, recent history, or past history, just all kinds of different wrestlers Chris faced in between, before Claudio got that rematch in Chris's 8th Ring of Honor world title match. And I just loved the reign. I thought it was really great. And by the time it got to number 8, clearly I thought the fans had really embraced it. And I wasn't expecting it at Final Battle when they started doing the Ocho count, but it stuck, and now fans all over the world are going to be doing it. I can tell where we go. So I do think fans really came to love it, and also I think 2022 has been a great year for Chris Jericho. He's been an important part of AEW. I think he's been involved in some of the best matches of his entire 30-plus year career, and he's so important to AEW, and really this year he was also important to Ring of Honor and establishing that Ring of Honor name and getting people interested in it. But I think it was not only a success. I think that it will historically, it's going to be something that, you know, people will remember, and hopefully it helped Ring of Honor. I think it did, but also it helped AEW to have Chris Jericho wrestling in important matches on TV was something that meant a lot to him and to the people he was wrestling, and to a lot of other people, the Ring of Honor World title. And so that the Ocho, the series of matches, I think it was a great success. So I'll look back on those 8 matches and that period. The 4-way match was a great one. And so the Ocho, I do think, was a big success.